What is next for Brandon Moreno? We'll have to complete destroying Amir Abbasi for 5 rounds straight. What is next from? We should go on to fight Kai Kara France for a third time, and the winner should get a title shot, in which I got Brandon Moreno winning this fight. Because in the first two fights in which Brandon Moreno won both of them, Brandon Moreno showed that his speed, power, size, and reach is just way too much for Kai Kara France. The only way Kai Kara France wins this fight is if he knocks out Brandon Moreno, which is not possible as we have seen in the first two fights. Now the next fight for Brandon Moreno is a fight against Brandon Royval, and the winner should also get a title shot, in which I got Brandon Moreno winning this fight, because in the first two fights in which Brandon Moreno won the first one, Brandon Moreno showed that his skill, speed, and pressure is just way too much for Brandon Royval. The only way Brandon Royval wins this fight is if he outlands Brandon Moreno, which is very possible as we have seen in their second fight.
Now let's just talk about this crazy and dominant performance from Brandon Moreno, because he was able to dominate Amir Abbasi, who was on a 6-fight winning streak and who was ranked number 3 going into this fight. Brandon Moreno was able to win every single round, even rocked Amir Abbasi multiple times in the fight. There was nothing that Amir Abbasi could have done to beat Brandon Moreno. He wasn't going to beat him on the feet, and he definitely couldn't use his wrestling and grappling since he tried it in the fight and it didn't work. So it's good to see that Brandon Moreno was able to come back and break the losing streak that he was on by proving that he's here to stay and proving that he's not going anywhere and proving that he's able to beat anybody in order to get a title shot. So now that brings me on to another potential fight for Brandon Moreno, because let's say that the UFC doesn't give him Brandon Royval or Kai Kara fans who deserve to fight Brandon Moreno to see who's the true #1 contender for the title, and instead they automatically give him the winner of Alexander Pantoja versus Kaya Sukura. While though Brandon Moreno did look good in this fight, I don't think anything would change with him and Alexander Pantoja. I believe that Alexander Pantoja is always going to be levels above Brandon Moreno. Brandon Moreno is always going to be a couple steps behind. And as for how Brandon Moreno would do against Kaya Sukura, just in case Kaya Sukura does beat Alexander Pantoja, well, it's kind of hard to tell. We first need to see how Kaya Sukura does against Alexander Pantoja to see how he would do against Brandon Moreno. So in the end, great performance from Brandon Moreno, but I wish he would have gotten a finish because he was technically in control of the whole entire fight. There wasn't a point in the fight where Amir Abbasi was a threat to Brandon Moreno. But anyways, now it's clear that Brandon Moreno is at least one fight away from getting a title shot.